Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And here's Lewis. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down, Brees. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Michael Bannon in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Brees. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. 20. Check. Lion. Lose 5-7.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it to the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play,
looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot, and if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there, and sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The football going back over to the New Orleans Saints, and a team this year, Charles, that really took off after that Week 1 loss. For me, it all came together Week 9. You think back to that game when they beat the Rams, knocked off their undefeated streak to start the regular season. So now, are the Saints really Super Bowl? This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Brees picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Wentz now on first down. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
A gain of 32 that time. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Now Wentz again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football.
And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott on the left hash mark. This a 38-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now it's the backup Bridgewater, eluding the pressure right. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. The 40, the 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 83 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. And Charles,
Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
looking deep for his tight end, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there for Philly, and even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal.
Let's go. I'm bringing it to you.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Now Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 4 yards out. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. Again, it's Wentz. And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time, 1-play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Brees picked off by his former teammate, Malcolm Jenkins. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
To throw, it's Wentz. He's going to let one fly for Tate. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a 1st down on that last catch as well. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Wentz going to throw. Caught right side is Jeffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route, the drag, and being able to run away from defenders.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Alex Okafor in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know After the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. The return man is Hill. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A first down throw for Bridgewater. Looking for Gannon, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
You're laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
4 down.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. That second down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Throwing now is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a first down. They go play action here on first down. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Wentz. And incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. 3rd down here.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. On play action, it's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Elliott now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this?
Offensive coordinator, sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run it again with Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 59 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Ready. We're waiting.
They're going to try and run. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Lutz now to kick this one away. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Lion. Black, come on.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. Wentz now on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now Wentz again. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. Here's Wentz to throw. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now get ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Now a pitch out to Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Yellow lady, got it.
Back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
Let's go.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw, Wentz. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.